Hello everyone, I'm the Doom Dog. Today we're taking a look at the original Metal Slug. Metal Slug was a side-scrolling run-and-gun shooter released for Neo Geo's brilliant MVS arcade machine in 1996. It is the first in a long line of side-scrolling shooters that are seen as classics today. How does this game hold up? Is it a classic? Let's take a closer look. The year is 2028, and General Morden has unleashed his nigh unstoppable army on all the world's governments in a coup d'etat. He brings with him a powerful new all-terrain combat tank called the Metal Slug. You play as either Marco Rossi or Tarma Roving as you travel from location to location in an attempt to stop Morden and his evil plans. What you're looking at here is the Steam port of Metal Slug. This port brings with it a few enhancements. It has support for high resolution modes. It supports widescreen as well. You can run it in windowed mode or full screen. It has online leaderboards. Most importantly though, it has online co-op so you can play it with anyone on your friends list, provided that they have a copy of the game as well, of course. Graphically, this game holds up extremely well. The sprite art is fucking beautiful. The sprites are large, they are full of detail and color. The attention to detail extends to the animations as well. Definitely pay close attention to the animations because most of the game's humor comes through them. They are extremely well done for their time. It's pretty obvious that this game does not take itself too seriously, and I love that about it. It fits well with the cartoony presentation and sprite work. I wish I could say the same about the fucking frame rate though. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? SNK Play More? Look at this. This game slows down significantly like this frequently as you play through it. It's not like we're running this on weak hardware or anything. This is a problem with the game itself. This is just how it runs. Are you seriously going to sit there and tell me that this could not be fixed? There is no way that this could have been smoothed over for a fucking PC release of this game. It was designed to run on 24-bit fucking mid-90s arcade hardware. There is no reason for it to run this poorly. Jesus Christ. Hey, the sound is good though. If I'm being honest, the music is less memorable than the more guitar-laden rock tracks of the later games. But what is here does work fine. Just do not expect this music to get stuck in your head randomly like tunes from the later games might. The sound effects are all good though. Gunshots have decent power behind them, especially considering the limited hardware at the time. Explosions sound good too. This game is a constant barrage of gunfire and explosions in your ears the entire time you play it, and it's fucking badass. From a gameplay standpoint though, this is a much simpler game than the two Metal Slugs that I previously reviewed. It has less playable characters and less weapons. There is no character selection screen in this one. Player 1 plays as Marco, Player 2 plays as Tarma. At the start you have a pistol. You can also melee enemies with a knife attack like the badass killing machine that you are. There are a variety of weapons that you can pick up as you play through this game. You can get a shotgun, which emits a large blast with good spread. It's best when you get closer to enemies. You can equip a flamethrower, which can be used to attack multiple targets at the same time and set them all on fire. There's a heavy machine gun, which is a rapid-fire weapon more powerful than the pistol. Last but certainly not least is the rocket launcher. It's the most powerful special weapon that you can pick up. Special weapons do run on limited ammo supplies. Assuming you do not die before you run out of ammo, Marco or Tarma will simply discard the weapon and return to the pistol, which has infinite ammo. The game has a nice variety of enemies that it puts you up against. There are enemy soldiers that shoot at you, of course, but there are also enemies that throw grenades and multiple types of vehicles, such as tanks and airplanes. Getting attacked by multiple types of enemies at once means you have to learn their patterns and prioritize who you're going to kill first. The game does a good job of throwing new enemy types at you to keep you on your toes from beginning to end. It will always throw you in new situations to fight in. The game also does well at varying up the levels. It has you fight through waterfront areas, military bases, cities, and on top of boats, to name a few. Each area of the game feels unique and presents different challenges. The snow level, for example, has a bigger emphasis on platforming than the rest of the game. These different environments do more than just change up the background. It changes up how you approach enemies and really keeps the game fresh. At the end of each level, of course, is a boss fight. Boss fights in this game are pretty awesome and memorable. They tend to be large in size and impressive in scale. Each one feels different from the last, and each one requires different tactics in order to beat. They all look like they could kick your teeth in, too. You might have to shoot the boss below you, fire at a flying boss, or switch between platforms as a boss moves above and below you at different times. This is another way in which the game does an excellent job of offering variety to the player. The game also has prisoners of war that you can rescue. You will find them tied up all over the game's 6 missions, and you will cut their ropes and set them free. When you do, they will reward you with either items that give you points or a weapon pickup. These alone make them worth your time to rescue. If, however, you can beat the level and rescue them without getting a game over, each one you rescue counts towards your overall score. If you get a game over, however, your rescue prisoner of war count does go back down to 0. This encourages skilled play for anybody that wants to try for the leaderboards. You need more POWs rescued to get a higher score, and you cannot get a game over if you want them all to count. It's a nice little trick to encourage the player to get better at the game and to offer replay value. Go rescue those prisoners of war, soldier. As far as replay value is concerned, this game does not have as much replay value as Metal Slug X or Metal Slug 3, sadly. Those games were longer than this one. They had more weapons you could pick up and play with. They had more secrets you could find. They had alternate paths you could take, and they had more vehicles you could use. This game's level design does not have alternate paths. It is much more straightforward and simple than that. It really is a simpler experience overall than the later games in the series. Having said that, it's not like there's no reason to go back and play through this again. There are always high scores for anyone that's into that kind of thing. It has online leaderboards, as I mentioned earlier. You will need to play it a lot to get better at the game and rescue more prisoners of war to get the highest score and improve in those rankings. There is also co-op play. You and a friend on your Steam list can go through this game together. Beating it single player nets you a different ending than beating it multiplayer. And it has a mission select screen that lets you jump to any mission you want to replay after you've beaten it once. It's a short game that can be beaten in under an hour, so it is hard to get bored with it on a single playthrough. Would I recommend this game? Hell yes I would. Metal Slug is fucking awesome. This is a simpler game than the later games in the series, with its more simplistic level design, less playable characters, less weapons, and less vehicles, but it is still a fun run-and-gun shooter. It is on both Steam and Good Old Games, and it does not cost much on either platform. I'd say pick it up and give it a try, especially if you find it on sale and you can pick it up even cheaper. I doubt you will regret your purchase. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment down below letting me know what you think of this new format. Be sure to subscribe for anything I do in the future. I have big plans. If you could share this video, that would help me out a lot as well. Talk to you guys next time.